I think we say this on the show all the time. Spring is all about renewal and fresh beginnings. And what better way to celebrate it than with a bright, flavorful dish and one that's easy to make? Well, today we are joined by culinary expert Lila Lerie, who's going to show us how to create a delightful spring-inspired recipe using some amazing Maggi products. Yes, I say it's simple. It's plug and play. So get ready to discover how you can bring out the best in your seasonal ingredients, turning everyday meals into extraordinary culinary experiences. And I say that because I have two young kids, and this will be an experience for them. Lila, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to trade places with you because I see this is the person at the end of the kitchen this morning. Yes. I love the fact that you really live this every single day. You're not just here live on TV, you're a brand ambassador for Maggi. But why has it been such a good partnership for you, do you think?
I grew up with Maggi. I mean, we all know Maggi brand. It's such an iconic brand.
There were about 3 years that I lived off these, literally, maybe about 4.
Like you can see, I'm tall. Like I needed some substance in my life when I was growing up as a kid. But yeah, it's nice to be here today and actually represent just Maggi in general and just with their thicker noodles, which is just for me so exciting.
A bit more substance.
Exactly.
I love that.
Okay, so firstly, we are making beef fried noodles. So I'm going to be taking the beef and then adding in the sweet chili and then the Worcester sauce. So just coating that and giving it a quick marinade before we're going to be sauteing them.
I love it because you're not cooking it for a very long time to develop flavour. So we need a little something there just to elevate it.
Exactly,
Okay.
and I want it to be tender. But yeah, so what was exciting for me was actually earlier in July, I flew up to Joburg for the Maggi campaign launch. And that was really, really exciting for me. So I got to meet a lot of the influencers and the team. So just to get behind the scenes with the Maggi brand was like just such a nostalgic, like I was just, yeah, it was a very pinch me moment.
It's kind of like I've arrived.
Yeah, no,
I have those moments on air because we have grown up with certain stalwarts that have kind of formed the basis of our mothers' kitchens, possibly even our grandmothers' kitchens, or fathers and grandfathers. I don't want to isolate only the ladies in this culinary journey. But there is something about taking a meal that you've probably made 1,000 times and just finding another rung in the ladder.
Maggi has such convenient noodles and then the sauces that you can actually get quite creative with, which I really, really like about that. The nice thing about it is that Maggi isn't just a snack. It's like you can actually elevate that to a full meal. You just have to implement some creativity.
And yeah, we might break the internet because there are various ways of approaching your quick noodles, okay? And there is the spice in the water. There is the spice after the water has been drained. There's a little bit of both. What do you... Yeah, you see now. I know everything I need to know about you now. For this particular recipe, we want a bit of sauce. It's got a ramen-y kind of vibe to me, which means you want a bit of a moisture sauce to carry that flavor through. So what do you recommend for this meal?
So for me personally, I'm going to be adding half of the sachet because we're only using one of the noodle packets. So half of the sachet in the water, and then just to infuse into the noodles while they're boiling. And then the other half I'm going to be adding afterwards.
There is an opportunity for our viewers to win and win big while they're on this culinary journey. Please, can you fill us in a little bit more?
So Maggi is hosting an empowering initiative. So they're inviting all of South Africans to partake in their Cook the Difference Maggi competition, which is really, really exciting because you don't have to be a professional cook. You don't have to spend a lot of time behind the stove. You can just be someone who loves to learn. You're interested in sharing what it is to create food, and you almost want to step into the space to know what it is to be a content.
Start the journey.
Exactly. Yeah. It's really nice because a lot of the content creators like myself, like you just want that one opportunity where you can have the opportunity to cook for others and represent a brand that you love and care for.
Okay, very quickly, what's going into our sauce now?
Now the beef has already sautéed. We're going to be adding the spring onions and then just the white and red onions as well. So we want this to cook very quickly.
For sure.
So I just wanted to say, when it comes to that Cook the Difference competition, so what is exciting about that is that consumers can actually attend the Maggi test kitchens that will be hosted at various malls. So all the Maggi consumers, you must actually try and see if you can attend these activations. Cook for a few fellow mall attendees.
When we say this is the start of a journey, this really is the start of a journey. I just want to get a little bit of a whiff of this because it is looking amazing. It ticks so many of the boxes for me. A great way to get good protein in, good veggies in, and as you say, something a bit more substantial with the thicker noodles. I think they have hit on absolute gold here. Just very quickly, advice for someone wanting to enter this competition and do well.
Well, I think with anything, you just need to take on the challenge. You know, everything
Embrace.
seems a little scary and a little bit overwhelming. And I mean, you're never going to get away from that in life. So this might be the start of you conquering that.
Take your spring cooking to the next level with this beautiful and yes, very refreshing spring recipe. And then, of course, don't miss out on the incredible opportunity to elevate your culinary journey. Take the first step. You can visit one of the Maggie Test Kitchen activations happening in Cape Town, Durban and Johannesburg from this month till October, as Lila said. There you can also enter on Instagram by posting your Maggie recipe, and you've got to tag at Maggie South Africa using the all-important qualifying hashtags Maggie and you and Cook the Difference, because that's what we are doing. And if you're not on social media, don't worry, you can just submit your unique Maggie recipe via WhatsApp, and you can send it to 0730865201. Then just follow the prompts and make it creative. All the best of luck.